It's not going to work for everyone. Sometimes you lose focus of what you're doing and focus more about trying to keep your hand on the washcloth. If it's distracting you or if it's not working, just get rid of it. But it is a technique that helps you move a little bit easier across the surface. So you put it on the washcloth, and move to your side, and then move to the other side. And again, I might be moving faster or slower than you can. But make sure that you're challenging yourself and making that affected limb work the entire time. Okay, next we want to work on wrist going up and down. So we have a couple options. One, I'm going to do it again on this washcloth because it's easier to do. You want to have your hands sort of in what we call a neutral position or sort of with a thumbs up position. You're going to help move your wrist up and then move it down. And up and back down. And up and back down. You can also do this if you have the ability by clasping your fingers together. That helps you push and pull your wrist. If you want to make it a little more difficult, you can elevate your wrist, probably not on a washcloth, but maybe a rolled towel. You elevate your wrist, and then go down, help it up, and help it up. Up, and flip it over, up, 2, and 3. To give even more range of motion, you can actually drop your wrist off the edge of a table so that you have full range of motion. And that'll give you the best exercise and the most difficulty when you're doing these exercises. Next, I want to work on turning our hand over. Most of you will probably start with your hand flat on the table or in sort of a neutral position with your thumb towards the ceiling. That's totally fine. We just want to make sure that when we're doing this exercise and assisting with our unaffected limb, not only are you giving just the right amount of assistance where your affected limb is still doing some of the work, but you also want to be making sure that you're not injuring or torquing or twisting your wrist because that can cause permanent damage. So, over, and help it back up. And then we want to go over. Giving maybe a little bit of pressure up on the forearm to help rotate the forearm and get your hand down. Again, if you can't put your hand flat on the table, do not worry about that. You'll eventually get those muscles stretched out so you can do that. You don't want to force any of these exercises because it's going to increase your spasticity. If your spasticity increases, stop, relax, reposition yourself, and start again. This exercise is opening and closing your hand. I'm going to demonstrate it on a washcloth, but again, you do not have to use the washcloth. You can do it without on a table. And what I'm doing is I'm actually applying a little bit of pressure on my fingertips with my other fingers, trying to help curl, and then guiding them in. And again, you don't have to have a super tight fist. You don't want to do this super fast because that's going to increase your spasticity. And then you're going to want to put your thumb out and get your fingers to extend. Sometimes you can also use the washcloth to help extend your fingers. One last thing that you could do to really challenge yourself is actually do endurance training for your muscles. And by doing that, you will do one repetition of every one of the exercises in every direction, and that'll count as one set. So to show you, it would look something like this. I'm going to do it on the washcloth, just because it causes less friction. But remember, you don't have to do it on a washcloth. So you would do side to side, followed by wrist up and down, followed by turning your hand over, followed by opening and closing your hand. And that's one set. And I would suggest challenging yourself to do 2 sets, maybe 3 sets. Maybe 4 sets. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed these exercises, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Because with Salo, there is no plateau in sight.
Paluwa pa katong Jericho ang katong i-order na mo sa ina.
Oo. Amo man kuha ni sir kas kaya to dungan ang mga sir. Dugay mo gusto. Amo nga gani kay dugay na ito i-order ni pa na pakwan na sura po. Duha ka bulan.
Duha ayo eh.
Dugay na ni.